Yo, what's going on YouTube? Just want to jump on here, share some insights from today. You know, it's an exciting day for myself because I was training and speaking on our global business webinar this weekend, and these calls happen every single Saturday, and I always tune in every week and listen to people that are actually producing results that I aspire to have. So every week I'm on there, I'm listening, I'm taking notes, I'm taking the information, and then I'm trying my best to apply that to the best of my abilities, right? So every Saturday I'm on these calls. It's amazing. And you know what? I said to my wife 3 days ago, 3 days, right? 100% guarantee I'm going to be hosting one of these calls, and I'm going to be speaking on one of these calls. 3 days later, I got a phone call. Fraser, you're up. We need you to talk tomorrow. 3 days after I spoke it, and I spoke it, not an affirmation, but I knew it was going to happen. And how did I know? It's because my actions are aligned with the person that I was always seeing. So I share that to say, one, your words literally create your world. Think about it. Your words, what are they? It's your thoughts. You've masked your thoughts in a physical form that you can actually hear, and that's where you speak. You speak your mind. You've heard that expression before. You speak your mind. So when somebody's speaking, you know exactly what they're thinking, and we become what we think about. So whenever someone's speaking, you know exactly what they're thinking about. So when somebody says, you know, I'm just not feeling too good, you know exactly what they're thinking about. You know exactly what's about to manifest in their life. Somebody says, you know, I'm going to be training on this business call this week and training up hundreds of people. You know what they're thinking about. So this is just a reminder to you, watch what you say. Watch what you say to yourself, even if you don't speak it out loud. That internal dialogue, that self-talk, catch it. When you notice yourself going down that negative spiral, say, whoa, cancel, right? Let's refocus. What is it I want? What is it I want to focus on right now? Get yourself back on track. You know, you can do things like this. Goal cards. You know, I've got my goal written on here in present tense. I've got it in my pocket. I'm reading it every time I do it. It's impressing this onto my subconscious mind. So I know it's already done. I know it's done. And something else I want to share is, you know, something that I've become very aware of in such a short period of time is how much that the life you want, it's not about adding things that's going to help create that. It's actually more so about removing things from your current life. So it's a removal process. You see, of course, there might be one or two, couple of, you know, things that you need to add, maybe strategies, systems, you know, the 1% of the success, but really the main part of it, the main deal is actually removing all of the vices in your life, all of the things that's actually holding you back. It's like you're trying to move forward, but you're still holding on to all of these negative habits, negative ways of thinking, and you can't move forward still holding on to all of this baggage. So this year I made a commitment to myself that I was gonna let go of all vices. So what's a vice? That could be like smoking, it could be drinking, it could be wasting time, it could be scrolling social media, it could be snoozing the alarm, it could be, you know, guys, or it could be girls, you know, like the opposite sex, that you know, sex. All these things that if you let actually take up mental space, they're hindering your success. You know you're not acting in alignment with your best self. So at some level, you're self-sabotaging. And I made a decision this year, there's going to be none of that. I'm going to be all forward action, not one back step for the entire year. So I know cause and effect, the law of cause and effect, that I focus on this cause. The effect has to, by law, take care of itself. Now, if you don't believe in cause and effect or the law of attraction and stuff, that's cool. That's absolutely cool. It still works though. Still works. But don't believe in gravity, go walk off a building. What happens? You know exactly what's happening next. Same thing. It doesn't matter if you believe in it. It is law. You know, it just happens. So if you just focus on taking forward action in a state of gratitude, because you know that it's working, you know you're doing the right work, you know you've let go of all the negative things that could stop you. There is only one way it can go, and that's up. Of course, are you going to face challenges? 100%. 100%. You're going to get temptations. You know, that devil is going to swoop in and try and tempt you with all the things. That's when you're going to meet the real you. That's when you're going to actually face yourself and say, right, how badly do I want it? Do I really want this? Or is this, you know, instant gratification over here better than this long-term elevation over here? Sadly, most people go for this. They don't have any depth of vision. They want what's right in front of them, and they're not willing to sacrifice this little chapter of their life for this rest of their life, having, you know, an abundant, free, prosperous life. They would rather sacrifice that for this little bit of instant gratification. And I used to do the same for years. I was always sacrificing, just pushing that off into the distance. Let's have fun right now. Let's waste time right now. I'm telling you, you can only do it for so long. I could only do it for so long anyway, until I got to a point where I'm like, you've got to be joking. Like, how is it actually living that way? And you know, a lot of people come to that same realization, certainly a lot of people that I know. But you have to go through that. You have to go through that process yourself in order to get to that realization. If I just tell you this, and you are living that party lifestyle, say, or you know, you've got a lot of bad habits, and you're not quite ready to give them up just yet. You're like, nah, whatever. But I guarantee, for one of you, 2 of you, 10 of you, I don't know how many's going to watch this, you might just be thinking, you know, he might be right. What if I gave it all up? All of my negative habits. What if I only took forward motion in 2025? Where could I be? Where could I be by this time? Christmas 2025. See, that excites me. That excites me. That's where I'm like curious to find out how much of myself I can express throughout the year. And when you do, that's why I can come on here and just talk a lot of nonsense to you, to some of you, and some of you will be on here talking a lot of truth, because you'll see what it is that you're looking for. Some of you are going to watch this and you're going to look for all the negative things, and man, he's talking rubbish. Other people are going to be like, man, I needed to hear that. So you get what you're looking for. If you don't have a goal, a destination, something that you're going towards, everything you're experiencing in your life, it's either going in one ear and out the other, or you're filtering it to align with where you want to go. My shirt here, it says mindset is everything. Think about it. What's your mind set to? Is it set to growth, goals, prosperity? Or is it set to being a victim? Is it set to just living an average life? You get to choose every single day. But I'll tell you this, it's an everyday decision. You might make the decision, you might get excited watching a video, and you write a goal card, or you think about what you want, and you say, do you know what? That's it. I'm going for it. I'm going to the top. I'm going to become a millionaire. I'm going to get in great shape. I'm going to do whatever it is for you. And then you wake up the next day and you're like, oh, I can't be bothered today. Let me just snooze. You have to manage that decision every single day. That's why so few people succeed. So if you can actually give yourself that command and follow it, you have to become successful if you're consistent. You have to be, because there's so few people actually trying. So I'll leave you with that. I'll leave you that. Become one of the 1%ers. Doesn't matter what your physical reality is looking like right now. That's just a manifestation of who you were, right? I've took some big losses over the last couple of years, some big L's, right? But guess what? They've all shaped my character and who I am today, so that I've got a deeper foundation of discipline, respect for myself, so that I can build even higher going forward. So everything is a blessing. Remember that. Any challenges, any adversity, it's all working out for you, not against you. Stop playing the victim and use every situation in your life as an asset to make 2025 the best year yet. Let's go.